Hi, this is Code Weaver. I'm back again, and I'm going to be playing some Phasmophobia because I feel like Phasmophobia, apparently. Oh, look at that. I have misaligned my little front end window there, but that's okay. I'm not going to stay on that for very long. So, I haven't even booted up the program yet, but let's just switch over to where it's going to be in a second. So, here we go. So, they recently added a prison level into this. I don't know if I can solo that even on amateur. It's probably enormous. But if we find a prison in the list that is actually at amateur level, I will go ahead and give that a go. You'll have to pardon me. I am polishing off an egg salad sandwich, and it's quite delicious, but I have not had lunch or dinner yet, so I will try to munch at you extremely little. But this isn't my profession. I have a day job, so you guys don't get hours and hours of crunch-free video editing. Because arguably you shouldn't be getting crunch in an egg salad sandwich, but hey, maybe you have different egg salad sandwiches than I do. Let us check this out here. I'm going to go into options and check the audio. Here we go. Give us a sign. Yeah, there we go. So I do that. I do that every time I go into this game because this game's relationship with the microphone is sometimes a little dodgy, and I just want to make sure, at least going in, that I've done due diligence. So having done that, I'm quickly going to pop on my other headphones and listen to the stream. Yeah, okay. So it's still coming through. So nothing's been interrupted in terms of the video tracking, the video recording software, also capturing the mic audio. So that's still good to go. You can see I have a nice chunk of change. I'm sure I'm going to lose all of that before long because I'm going to lose some equipment here. But I have been gaming with some friends, and I tend to be the one taking really stupid risks because I guess that's apparently me now. But that also means that other people can buy the gear and keep me stocked, and then we don't lose any money if I'm the only one who dies, or lose very little money. Also means I'm probably going to have to get new equipment. Now, just take a look. Oh no, I'm not gonna join a private game. I'm gonna create a private game. All right. So there is a prison, but it's at intermediate. So I'm not gonna do that because I'm just not feeling insane. But you know, why not? Let's do. Do I really want to do that? That's kind of freaky. But amateur size 1 doesn't seem right either. So I guess we're in for a treat. We're gonna do an amateur level Brownstone High School. Now this does mean they're going to have a lot of running around at the beginning trying to find out where this thing is, so it's going to take some time, but you'll just have to be patient. Let's see if we can solo a Brownstone High School. All right, so let's get some equipment up here. So we're going to take this, only take in one strong flashlight. You see, I have almost nothing. Because I have had it ripped away from me on more than one occasion, which I will probably have happen to me this time too. We're going to have one photo camera. I'm going to buy a second because that's useful. We get an EMF reader for free, and I only need the one. I only technically need one UV light. They're occasionally helpful for being able to point at different directions in hallways once you've found a spot. But alright. I bought way too many crucifixes, but you can never have enough crucifixes. I'm going to have an extra video camera because those turn out to be actually kind of helpful. Don't need an extra spirit box, really. I already have enough salt. We're going to get a couple of smudge sticks and make sure we have a lighter, which we already have. We have one owned, so that's fine. We're going to take a thermometer. Probably get away with breath, but the thermometer is good for scoping out at something of a little bit of a distance the region a ghost is wandering around in. I actually like it more for that reason than the good sandwich than the EMF sensor. So I may take that in to begin with. Infrared light sensor is useful for seeing when a ghost wanders outside of its immediate room. And I'm going to take that one because I can actually more easily see that one go off than any other kind of sensor when I'm not sitting in the van, because I'm not going to be in the van. It's the one sensor that doesn't report back to the van. It just does stuff locally. So I like having that when I'm doing solos. Glow sticks, definitely taking glow sticks. Parabolic mic. I'm going to splurge on this, and I may lose it, but arguably it's actually not even the most expensive thing to take in there, because that may help me spot the things sooner. And actually, that may be the very first thing I take in there, so, you know. Right, so having done that, let's add all the new goodies. So we're going to add that, we're going to add the 2 sensors, parabolic mic, couple of glow sticks, strong flashlight, smudge sticks, extra video camera, crucifix, the lighter, and the extra photo camera. That's actually a respectable equipment list. Extra useful for, I don't even know where I was going with that sentence. I usually only have this much equipment when I'm going in with a bunch of other people, but let's see if I can make a go of it. This is a little bit strange, doing something this large on my own. But it is amateur, and I'm up for a little spooking, so let's go spook. I'm sure that term has other connotations I'm not aware of relating to spies and police and the like, but not relevant here. So here we go. Now, here's the thing. There's the school, and that's only floor 1. There's a floor 2 on top of that. I think I can change this somehow. Never remember this button. Yeah, so there's actually the upper floor, which mimics the lower floor, except it doesn't have the gym, because the gym is a double-story room. So it's a big honkin' place. So with that in mind, I really want to learn how to use the parabolic mic. So I'm going to take the parabolic mic with me. But that's only going to get me directions, and it really behooves me to have a different kind of scanner to more easily pinpoint the critter, so more easily pinpoint the ghost. So you know what the problem is? I'm not actually hearing. That's a problem. I'm not actually hearing the game, and I'm betting that you aren't either. So let me figure out what's going on here. Okay. Making some adjustments here. There we go. I think I got game audio now, so that's fine. So let's go see if we can actually make this item work. So the intent here is if the ghost is moving around, I should be able to detect at quite a distance that this is the case. It would really help if I took the key, because it's not like I haven't played this game a million times before. Spent most of this morning playing Stranded Deep, getting lost in a desert island. Making some dumb mistakes there too. Yeah, I'm just getting old. Okay, so my options are to erase this video entirely and start completely from scratch, or leave it all in, showing me completely forgetting to take a strong flashlight with me. Anything else? Anybody think of anything else? Because I'm going to look like an even bigger idiot if I have to come back here a third time. Alright. let's see what we can find. We can find actually a light switch would be helpful, although once the ghosty turns the actual lights out, by way of the power switch, it's going to be harder to turn it back on because the switches are quite distant on a place this big. So the one advantage of this is apparently it can hear through doors and walls a little bit. So this might give me an indication faster at distance without having to wander into each and every room. And once I've got any sort of inkling. Geez, where are the light switches to all this? Right? It's like I saw the main power breaker in, was it in here? It is in here, but I'm not seeing any switches. Which means I'm going to go insane pretty quickly. I don't know where the light switches are. It's really weird. I've played this level quite a bit too, because I just never bothered to turn on the lights. Oops, how about we bother to turn on the actual instrument we're using? Also might be able to hear distant phone ringing and that sort of thing. We often hear that like through an actual phone ring. Like we'll hear that. So this is mostly a test to see if I can figure out how this instrument works. It's always been a little fickle for me. See what I mean? That was back there somewhere, I swear. Okay, I'm going to short circuit this by coming back through here and going upstairs and doing a scan of that half of the building upstairs. This is really frustrating because I think this tool would be really nifty for speeding up these big searches, and I can never make it work. Alright, I'll check upstairs. Not a peep, right? Really frustrating. So if I make a oh. Okay, I'm being quiet, but so possibly in this room, it's somewhere in here. All right, well, we're gonna leave that here. Not likely to be in this room. But a pretty good chance it's in the next one. But I'm not getting any sort of like cold residuals anywhere in here. It has to be downstairs. But then the question is, why didn't I get an audio sound downstairs? Unless it didn't start making sound until the time ran out, and that was exactly when the time ran out for, you know, safe. Yeah, it's just not up here. Oh, that's clearly not true. So we don't have freezing temperatures, but we clearly have cold temperatures. So I'm going to mark this by leaving the thermometer here, but not face down, because I want to be able to, thank you, be able to see the light at a distance as I come up to it. Okay, okay, so that, oh, let's not do that. Right. Really wish I could jump down that, but I'd probably break a leg. Right out here. Right, so this is going to be a bit of a long one, if for no other reason than I have to ferry all of my own gear in. And I'm not likely to get a lot of money out of it, but I'm doing it for the practice. Maybe to train myself out of taking really stupid risks. Also, I have coffee. You may praise me now for the good sense of having coffee. Nope, that's it. Just good sense, coffee. It's all good. So we're going to go in with that, and we're going to go in with, so we need a book. No, we're not. You know what? We are actually, I wonder. Okay, actually, maybe I will go in with a book and a crucifix. Oh, it's going to be so slow ferrying all this in. We need to have a faster run mode in this. Or an auto walk mode. Normally, when I'm in a group, I'm often the person who grabs like both crucifixes and then just deploys them. Grabs both salt, just deploys them. The minute we have any inkling where the thing is, if for no other reason than to try to narrow down its walking field. It looked like it was limited to that one room, and I think I found that on amateur level, it's they don't tend to wander quite as far. On the more difficult levels, though, boy howdy, do the ghosts wander like huge distances. So yeah, there's my meter. So we don't know where the thing's roaming. It's often near the desks where it starts out, but not always. Or at least I've sort of found that. I think this is going to be the crucifix. So I'm going to do one heat. Come on. God, I'm having so many difficulties with the interface right now. Did I completely lose? No, there's my flashlight. God, that was weird. Sorry, I total mental disconnect from interface. I couldn't figure out what my brain was telling me about the items that I had or didn't have. So that's been fixed. Yay me. I am still alive. I am not completely insane. That last statement may not be true. Anyway, where was I? I'm often the guy who brings in both the crucifixes, just gets them down for safety because I die a lot. Tries to get salt down to track the movements of the thing. Just to see whether or not it's largely escaping the confines of sort of the area we pegged it to. They often have a favorite room, but boy, on the advanced levels do they ever wander a lot. Let me tell you. In fact, don't let me tell you. Go play the game for yourself. It's a good game. Okay, so, though, what I'm going to do is I will break up my usual strategy because I don't think it's going on the attack right away. I am going to deploy the crucifixes right away. I'm going to get other sensors up there and active and useful as I go. Maybe my next trip will take both salts. I really do want to know where it's walking. I should find out what my sanity level's at. Take pills. I don't know if I brought any sanity pills. I should have done that. I knew I was going into a bigger place. I'm pretty sure I didn't buy any. That's a problem. Right then, I'm in total darkness, and I'm hunting down a ghost on my own in a very large building that I have to spend a lot of time in darkness in. I am so cooked. Oh well. But you don't say. It's decided to turn on the lights for me. How friendly of you. Let's deploy... Nope. Oh, that's bad. That's fun. Okay, so it probably, that crucifix saved my life once, but I have to remember where it is because I may have to remove the other crucifix in to compensate because there's an extraordinarily good chance, magnificently good chance that I'm only going to get the 4 charges out of the 2 crucifixes before it kills me. That was interesting. Well, let's see if I can get some ghost orbs out of this. Since it's already hunted me, it's currently at least being active. I shouldn't have any difficulty finding a moment where ghost orbs should appear, and ghost rating on top of that too. Tuneless humming passes the time. Okay. How do I want to handle this? Let's bring salt in. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring a camera and the Vox. Should also test for temperatures again while I'm up there now that it's a little bit more manic. My stream doing okay? My stream appears to be doing fine. Yes, I'm well aware, thank you. So one thing I want to do is see whether or not it's wandering up and down these halls. And that was the wrong doorway, but that's actually okay. I'll cope with that. So I want to find out if it's wandering down here. Guess I'll just do another one further down the hall here. 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 Notice no ghost writing. Well, that was exciting. That's a problem. So, walk through the salt. Almost certainly the crucifix got used up a notch that time. But we still seem to have crucifix uses. So, yeah, exciting, right? Oh, that's got my heart racing a little bit. But notice, throughout all that, no actual freezing temperatures. So that's still a thing. Okay, so I've checked that. Let's go back now. Thought I heard distant voices there for a minute. Might have been a radio, but boy howdy, this game gets to you. You start hearing things that aren't even there, maybe. Okay, heart rate's coming down a bit. I think we're okay. Fun, right? Whew. Alright, so what am I after next? Kinda depends on whether or not I can see any ghost orbs with that. I think I captured the right end of the room. I may not have to bring down another video camera. Glow sticks. I want to deploy glow sticks. Although I kind of know where it is, so maybe I'll save that. I'll bring in the Vox, and I'll bring in the UV... What else am I carrying? Oh, do I have... Oh, no, it's just an empty salt container. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, right? Everywhere except the... Is that the actual room? No, I don't think so. There's that, there's that, there's that, there's that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Outside. That's the one. No ghost orbs. That's kind of disappointing. Although what I might do is put the book just in front so I can actually spot that. As well as actually the... Should I take in the EMF reader? Let's take in the EMF reader instead. Yeah. looks into that. Being a little risky because I want to see if it actually comes down the stairs. Possibly. Okay then. That's exciting. Did it actually get out this far? I did have some salt down the corridor here. Right, no it didn't, but it could mean that it floats above the salt or it came a different direction than I had anticipated. Yeah, nothing. Place to be. Interesting. See, I'm really not seeing anything with this, so we're going to do that. So that kind of lights up the hall. Might be useful to know. Flickery lights, that's less good. Hopefully it loses interest before it actually comes in here. You don't say. Still no freezing temperatures, but we now have both bits of stuff deployed, and they haven't gotten out this far. So they are walking out into the hall. At minimum, they're walking out into the hall. Interesting. Yeah. They really had done really great sound engineering for this, because, I mean, it's, quote, quiet, unquote, when you're outside and inside, except for the sort of very low sort of ambient hum inside and the sort of higher pitched sort of windy noise out here. And the two are different enough that you know which one you're in, but the transition isn't. I mean, the transition is kind of abrupt, but okay. I'm going to kind of want to know more about where it is, so I'm going to quickly deploy a couple of glow sticks. And actually, I'm specifically going to do it outside the room, because doing it inside the room, if I'm deep in that room and it manifests, I'm hosed anyway. Knowing exactly where I'm getting killed from is probably not going to help me. Well, it might help to know where it's standing, if it's doing a lot of standing around. Okay. Walking around upstairs, trying to be all spooky like, well, you're not getting me. You're probably getting me. Alrighty. So maybe I will put these on the inside of the room. No book writing, EMF is utterly dead. I'm going to reposition this. Try to see if I can get something more broad down the hall. It's chasing me down. It does not like me. So it managed to get all the way out here and actually outran it. Now that is interesting from a game mechanics point all by itself. Actually, I don't have anything on me, do I? So there's no point in me staying here. I actually actively lived through that. I still haven't gotten actually a really solid single piece of evidence. The EMF hasn't been high enough. The book hasn't been written in. I tried talking to it through the spirit box, but I haven't seen freezing temperatures. So the biggest problem here is I'm not sure how to get this thing without it killing me. Like, I don't have any real kind of hard information. I have maybe some little bits of soft information. Sure, why not? The other thing about these really enormous places is, unless you have a big team, your chances on getting sort of dirty water... Can we actually turn this on? Hey, look at that. The chances on getting, say, dirty water pictures, or pictures of the bone, or even finding the bone itself, relatively small. You'd have to go into every one of these rooms. What happens if we turn this on? Alright, okay. Now I know where at least two of the light switches are. Are you a man? Are you a boy? What do you want? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm cooked. Done. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, okay. Well, I've had a good 45-minute session. I got lots of insurance out of that to cover some of the loss of money. It won't cover all of it, but good to know. Yeah. The ghost was a djinn. Alright. There might have been something I could do to deduce that better. I don't know why I couldn't get even a single really solid bit of evidence out of that, but... continuing to learn. Alright. I'm going to take a break from this now. One death was clearly enough. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see if I can do another stream after this. We'll have to figure out how I feel about that. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next stream.